We have some high stuff coming in from the west. So I'm just streaming the moon. I've actually got the video running around 10 frames, 10, 12 frames per second. You can see the bubbling on the surface. I'll zoom in here. You can look at the craters and as you can see the atmosphere is not real stable tonight. I'm going to do a little bit of capture here. Let's see here. Got about 100 frames. It's actually throwing some frames away. About 10 frames per second right now. All right, turn the capture off. Hmm.
Hey, hey,
Hello.
Doug.
Hello.
I couldn't get Discord to work. I don't know what's going on. I downloaded it last time.
I don't have, I'm not even on there yet. Let me bring that up.
Oh, that's okay.
Let's see. I just figured this would be a short. We're gonna, I'm not sure. We're getting high stuff coming in, so the moon's about the only thing I'm gonna shoot right now, anyways. But I'm streaming the moon. Let's see. A couple of guests over here at Night Sky Network as well.
Yeah. Well, I had the notice come in on my phone, so said you were broadcasting.
On is that from
YouTube.
yeah, YouTube? That's what I figured.
Yeah.
Okay.
So when you hit that, does it go out to all your subscribers?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
All right. So let's see here. All right. I'm in. Okay, I'm in Discord now.
I thought I had it downloaded last time, and I went to search for it, and it was there, but it wouldn't open.
I
So
don't.
let me try again.
I am not knowing this.
Hey, Doug.
Hello.
Tom.
Hey, Don.
How you doing, Don?
We're doing okay. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, Tom.
Happy New Year to you as well. I
And to Lisa, too. I remembered her name.
hey, that's great.
How's she doing?
They spent 2 days in Oklahoma, and they're on their way to Texas, and she'll be back Sunday.
She likes to travel, huh?
She is a traveler. Thank goodness I make lots of money to pay for it. Not really. No, we got our daughters in from New Zealand, and she's going to go down there and spend the last remaining days with her. I think they fly out on the. Wait a minute, maybe they don't leave till the 19th because New Zealand's on summer break right now.
Oh, okay.
I'll be right back, guys.
Okay. So how
Yeah.
are your skies, Tom?
Uh, well, they were. Let me get the refresh on the NASA thing. Uh, it's supposed to be clear up until about 9 o'clock, but it was nice last night. I
Oh,
broadcast for about
oh,
three.
okay.
I broadcast for about 3 hours last night. I was running. I was running a dual setup. I was running two iterations of Sharp Cap, and I had the 127 and then 294 on one screen, or
Mm-hmm.
half the screen, and the 1600 in the TMB 90. Well, the 1892.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I could actually run two scopes tonight too, but I'm not about to.
It was kind of hard, but it was nobody else was broadcasting, and I just wanted to see. And my spacing was off
Mm-hmm.
on 127, but I've got it ready to go on right now. And if I can get a little bit of time tonight, I'm gonna put the new spacers in there,
Mm-hmm.
and then I'm gonna take some flats and darks, and then I'm just gonna concentrate on the one scope. The 294 gave me some funny colors last night, and I didn't have I don't know. It's just when I was pointing out across the street light, I had the street light covered with my sock that I built, but it was still there was some funny colors. But as soon as I switched to, I did the horse head,
Mm-hmm.
did the crab, and that's all general east southeast area. But
Uh-huh.
as soon as I went back north, the reflections went away. So I knew it was something man-made that was coming into to the light train or the path.
Okay.
But man, the 1600 with that STC filter, it was nice.
Yeah, cool. Good.
Yeah, yeah.
And
I
is that
can.
is that color 1600?
Yes, yeah.
Okay.
That's the one I got back from China,
Oh, okay.
and it had. I didn't notice it before, but when you stretch it, you can start seeing the dust bunnies. And yeah, Mark Bahu, he was there. He goes, "Yep, those there are on the sensor. Those there are on the cover glass, and those out there, I don't know where those are coming from." So
Well, that's a shame because you think they would have cleaned it up for you.
yeah, but I got the magnifying glass, and I could see them, and they were right in relationship to where the photo was.
Mm-hmm.
And so I took everything apart today and got out my little rubber swabs, and everything is clean.
Good. Good for you.
Yep.
Yeah, I've had a small watermark on the 294 sensor. I haven't bothered to go and clean it up. I let the flats take care of it.
Right.
We got a new sharp cap again. So,
There's an update.
yeah, new
Cool.
update.
Is it? Did it fix? I'm gonna. You know what? I'm gonna let other people play with. I didn't have a single problem last night running the 6128 version.
Hmm.
Yeah, it was everything was flawless.
Good.
So
Yeah, the current version is 6185.
because there was an 83, then an 84, and now there's an 85, right?
Yeah, 85 because the previous one was a fix and it crashed. So the 185 fixed the crashing. So we'll see what the 184 fixed.
Yeah, I won't download it until I need to. I was really happy last night, except for my dust bunnies. I did a really good horse head and flame, and
Hmm.
it just was. Oh, I had this big old dust bunny right below, and it was. I want to try to maybe try to do a mosaic because everybody just does the flame and the horse head, but this nebulosity that's opposite the
Oh,
flame on the other side of the horse head is just beautiful.
he
So
said, yeah.
maybe try to do a mosaic of that. Terry, uh, oh, the guy out in Colorado, he posted a picture of it. Let me see if I can find it. Of that region. Come on. Oh, Doug, if you're back, I'm sorry if I was stealing the show. I
No,
don't think
I don't.
I don't think people from they can't hear us in on the channel, can they? On YouTube channel?
Yes, they can.
Oh, they can hear us talking even though we're on NSN?
Yes, because you're coming to me, and I'm using CubeUS to broadcast.
Oh,
If
cool.
if you would like, I can mute you guys so you don't get broadcasted.
Well, if
But
you
I mean,
had a lot of
I mean, I would still hear you, but uh,
no,
I've got it
if there
so
were
that the audio output to my computer goes broadcast out to the YouTube, so they can hear who's talking on the other end of the conversation.
What
yeah,
program are you using to do that?
OBS.
Oh, okay.
So I'm broadcasting in two places right now: Night Sky Network and also on my YouTube channel.
OBS works pretty good. It's a little bit confusing initially.
Yeah, I'm also got audio on my Discord for those who are on the YouTube channel, but
The Attic Infinity software allows you to broadcast through OBS or YouTube directly. I'm not sure.
live space channel. The camera I'm using is the 071 MC Pro from ZWO.
Okay. Yeah, I'll be waiting to see what the 2600 camera is going to be like.
Is that you over there, Don?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So you'll get an echo between the two, unless you mute the uh,
YouTube.
YouTube. If you mute the YouTube, you won't hear me twice.
I'm not on YouTube, so
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Yeah, I muted it on my end.
Yeah. No, it's fine.
no, I hear you loud and clear. Yeah, it's nice. You got a nice moonshot.
It's quite quite bad seeing,
Well, it's not that bad.
bubbling all over the
Good
place.
enough for us to see.
Yeah. Looks like my brightness is changing on me here. Have to let's see here. I've got it. I'm using ASI Cap, which is the
Yeah. Hmm.
ZWO's
Yeah. Well,
software.
that's the proper one for the moon,
Now,
ASI wise.
is this your new scope, Doug?
Yeah, it's a 10-inch.
So you just got that on, huh?
No, this is the scope that I've had for 3 years.
Oh, I thought you were getting an RC.
This is the RC.
The one your mom, the one your wife bought for Christmas? Am I getting people mixed up?
Yes,
Yeah.
you are.
Oh, maybe it's Rhett. Rhett got an RC. Maybe that's what it was.
I've had this RC since November of 2016.
Oh, okay. I think I got you and Rhett mixed up.
Obviously.
Dementia.
Hey, it comes with old age, I guess.
Yeah.
He got his new camera, the new 071, in the last few months.
Yeah, I got that back in August or September, sometime in that
Mhm.
frame. Yeah, I did get a new camera.
Well, the 071's been around a while because I think Don used to have a couple of them, didn't you?
Yeah, I started off with as a beta tester. In fact, my I don't know if it's still up on the website, but my review images were up there on their website for how long? I don't know. Maybe still even to today. I'm not sure. Yeah, I had the original one, and then sold it when they were doing the upgrade to correct the moisture problem.
Which isn't totally taken
It
care of.
isn't totally taken care of, but that's what
Yeah,
the newer design is supposed, not for the 071, but for the 2600. It's the same
yeah,
casing design, except not as large in diameter. So it's supposed to take care of that. They have a built-in heater.
yeah. The 71 and the Pro both had heaters on them,
Uh,
the anti-dew heaters. It's just that I found that if I take it down to -5 too quick,
hmm
it starts to frost up. So I warm it back up
Yeah,
to 0. It clears, and after about a half an hour, I can bring it back down again, and it stays clear.
yeah. I have the same problem with the attic 414. I can do -10 and maybe -15. If I go past that, it it gets the
Yeah,
moisture on it.
I'm running about a zero, right there at 0 degrees Celsius right now on this one.
Yeah, it's got to be the desiccant because what happens with the temperature as it goes down, it must not hold as much moisture and releases it.
Right. But I still had this when I bought this new, right? And it's within the first 2 weeks, it would still frost up a bit. Not as bad as the old one, but because this
hmm
is the Pro, the new one,
hmm
and I put the old one on my guider.
Okay.
I'm running the old 71 as a bending it 3x3 and running it as a guide camera.
Mm.
Works fine. Gives me a nice field of view and everything. Ooh, dinner just arrived. Whoa. Salmon and rice. Ooh.
Cool.
So I may mute myself while I eat. But
Yeah.
this is about all I got right now with the still bright out and got some high cirrus coming in.
Do you got any solar filters for your RC?
No, not for that. I've got one for my 4-inch SCT.
Is it? Yeah, but it's piggybacked, right?
Not at the moment.
Oh,
And
you
and it,
took it off?
yeah, the sun's not up anyways. So yeah, when I want to do solar, I just pop that on piggyback.
Is it pretty cold out there, Doug?
Yeah, it's right at freezing right now.
Oh, okay.
Don't talk with your mouth full. I heard that. Oh, I love salmon. I love salmon.
Yeah, it's 34 here. A little windy.
I think it got up to 50 here today.
Oh, did it? Tomorrow it'll get up to close to 50 for the next 3 days, and then back down into the 40s and upper 30s. Up and down, typical.
That is really a clear picture. Doug, you dropped off the front page.
Yeah,
Not that.
that's the other reason I don't get on NSN too often. It's the maintenance on it. It's a bit of a challenge. Let me restart this guy.
Cliff's in here, but he's just typing.
I'm here.
Oh, there you go.
I'll
Hey,
start
Cliff.
start the broadcast again.
Didn't want to butt in.
Hello. Okay, my Back on there now.
Check. Yes.
Okay.
Just starting to get dark here.
Yeah.
Sunset at 4:45. So almost 45 minutes past sunset.
Yeah, I thought I'd go after a comet tonight.
Oh, okay. Wasn't there one that just wasn't the one of them just go by pretty close? Was
Um,
that
there's a lot of them, but the one I did last week or whenever it was last clear night was T2, 217, 2017 T2. I'm going to go after it now. It's about eighth magnitude right now.
Oh, okay. Because somebody said that it had to have been something in the news.
Well, that's the brightest one that's up right now.
Okay. I use a program called Cal Sky. It has a list of comets for my area in relationship to time. Nighttime comets. And yep, they say the best time to view it is at close to 2100 hours, be up at 75 degrees.
T2?
And yeah, that's what they're saying for me here.
Yeah, yeah. Well, you're just east of me. As soon as it
And
gets
the
dark
other
enough,
one,
as soon as it gets dark
yeah,
enough, I can get to it.
yeah. And the other one is C2018N2.
Yep,
That's visible now
yep. Those are the
with
two that I go
75
after.
degrees. That's at mag 12.4.
Mm-hmm. I imaged both of those back on the 23rd.
Mm-hmm.
I used to look at that sky calc, and then it's to me it got a little complicated. But I just did the transitfinder.com on the ISS, and it's gonna go directly overhead at my location on January the 12th. Gosh, that'd be cool to see that or get a picture of it. 5:39 in the morning. Have you that guy Live Space Channel? Have you seen him before, Doug?
Lives? No, I don't. I don't recall that.
I don't either. I want, I want to see if he's a YouTuber.
Looks like Robin has made an adjustment for the color balance and live stack histogram. We'll see how that works out tonight. It's supposed to reflect now the color balance adjustments, which it definitely wasn't before.
Yes, the limb here is a little too bright.
Yeah.
I haven't figured out how to deal with that with this camera. The gradient changes that are so from dark to light.
Mm. Well, you could try the. Oh, what do you want anyhow? A different program, okay. It's not SharpCap. I was going to say SharpCap would allow you to. This is ASCII-Cap.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, they have. Yeah, you got the tools there, but it's a pain in the neck because you have to adjust them.
There,
Wondering whether
there we
the
go.
auto exposure will work.
I have that turned on, but I'm working on the target brightness here. It looks like that may work well. Yeah, that brought the edge down. I don't think it took too much out of the dark zone. Let me bring that back up again and see what it does here.
Yeah, let me just swing this back over to two different screens.
Yeah, that's not too bad. I think I'll record that. Actually, I want to zoom in and record this area here, I think. Turn the recorder on here. Well, that flickering isn't going to look very good, so turn that back off.
You see the flickering, we don't.
Yeah. I don't actually expect it to stay clear more than another 2 hours, according to my weather forecast. when I'm recording this, it eats up huge amounts of space. I got one file that's 26 gigabytes, and it only ran for not even 30 seconds.
Can you change the resolution to so it's not as big, or?
Well, the problem is the moon takes up almost the whole chip, so
Yeah.
it's not like I can do a region of interest really and save much. I mean, when I'm doing like a Jupiter, yeah, I can take a little square and now I can get 60 frames per second. I'm only, you know, downloading 400 pixels as opposed to 4,000.
I'm watching NASA live on the another YouTube channel. Gosh, it's that I would love to take a revolution around the Earth in the ISS. Gosh, that is just incredible. Now, I'm watching yours on one
Yep,
monitor.
yep. It's the ultimate mountaintop.
Oh my, yeah. Because the one girl that was on there, she's also got a picture. You can see the Earth, and then you can see the Milky Way in the background, and it's incredible.
Yeah.
So when's the Hubble supposed to shut off? Like next year or something?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know. I'm not keeping up with that. I thought it was another 5 years or so.
Mm. Be cool when they get the George Webb up and running.
Yeah, maybe this decade they will.
Yeah.
That's that's one of those things where okay, whatever.
Hope hope they don't have to fly out there and fix it. They better get it right the first time.
Oh, they won't be able to fly out there and fix it.
Exactly.
It's going to be on one of the Lagrange points, isn't it, of the moon?
Well, it's outside. It's out in the Kepler, almost the Kepler belt, isn't it? So it's out outside.
Let's see here.
It's outside the moon's rotation.
James Webb orbit. Let's see here. It is going to be at the L2 point, about 1.5 million kilometers, or about a million miles, about 4 times the distance to the moon. So, yeah, it's going to be at the L2 point, about a million miles away from the Earth. Yep. Yeah, it'll be interesting once they get it up there to see some results back, maybe in my lifetime.
It would be cool.
Did Don drop off?
Well,
I don't see him.
yeah, I don't either. Maybe he's rolling his, setting his scope up.
Yep.
I don't know what the weather is. On my weather map, I can only see my part of the sky. I can't see the whole U.S.
Yeah, well, it's not going to be very good here. Um, let me see here. Supposedly by 8 o'clock, the clouds will be rolling in. 9 o'clock. It'll be kind of iffy for about 4 hours. And then about 3 in the morning, it's supposed to clear again. So,
Okay, so if I'm the upper Mississippi Valley, what map would you be on? The Great Lakes?
yeah. You're down in Missouri, right?
Yeah,
Well, let me go. I'm going to go look at that area right now.
I got, they're just skimming me right now, that lower loop, the one that's coming up from the Gulf.
Yeah, I see that.
Come on. Great Lakes.
Yeah, there's a nice big slice of Eau Claire between you and me.
Yeah, and
Well, right over Don. Don, Pennsylvania is totally clear.
it's got to get squeezed too.
Yeah, he's going to be clear for looks like most of the night. No, I think depending on what part of Pennsylvania, if he's in the northeast, he'll get clouded out. But
He's in the southeast.
yeah, he's going to be clear all night.
Well, maybe no, maybe no. It's east, central east. That's where it's at.
He's yeah,
I can't see him, but
yeah, he's going to be clear all night, pretty much. It's going to be cloudy here though. Going to be cloudy here within the hour. Or wait, let's see, we're not even at 6 yet. Yeah, yeah, that stuff that's coming in from the west is going to cover me. It's actually gotten windy too.
yeah, I've got winds out there. I just want to get my scope set up, and I'm gonna try new spacing on my. I've got my 1600 in the 92.
Hmm.
No, I know what it is. The 294, my spacing's off on the 127, but I got the right adapters laid out, so I'm just gonna swap them out, see what the stars look like. And if it's not any better, I'll go back to the old way. The hard part is that it's all hard screwed. Everything's screwed together. I don't have any slip joints, so it's kind of hard to have the sensor come lined up north and south.
One thing I've noticed over this last year is I got a little drift in RA. And I don't know, it doesn't come back. It's one of those things where it's constantly drifting slightly in RA over the night. I don't know if the RA rate is wrong. It's still supposedly running sidereal rates, but for example, we're looking at the moon here, right? It's slowly drifting up to the top in RA, and I have to adjust it. And I'm running lunar rate right now, but I've noticed it when I turn my guider off that it'll drift in the RA. It'll drift up. It'll come back a part of the way, and then it'll drift some more up, even higher, and then come back. So it's the periodic error I can see, but this overall drift happens over the night. My auto guider takes care of it, but I just never I haven't figured out why that is.
It's way above my echelon of maintenance. I had something weird happen to me last night when I set up. You know, I put the oh, I know why it is. Never mind. I just figured it out. On one camera, the sensor's, north south. On the other camera, it's east west. And so when I was centering my targets last night, I was using the 92, and the camera was rotated, and that's why my buttons were moving different directions. Because normally I put a target in the scope or on sharp cap, and then I put sharp cap on the right screen, and then I rotate the right screen so I can see it out at the mount,
Mm-hmm.
and so I can center it. And I was pushing the button to go to the right, and it was going north. So I never figured it out until just now. It's because my camera was not north south. But I've got them. I've got them right now. Nope. Yeah. Nope. That camera is still east west. That's the one. That's why. I guess I could just rotate the focuser 90 degrees. I've got that much play. I should do that. My 127. The focuser that ES Explore Scientific puts in here. Oh, it's a piece of crap. And so I got a GSO 3-inch focuser from Germany. And then I had my machinist. Uh, we got the spec sheets from um, from Explore Scientific, and so he turned me an adapter to put that 3-inch focuser in there. Oh man, it's so smooth. I tried to get that guy, whatever his name is, from Explore Scientific. He was at the Nebraska Star Party. I tried to show it to him up there and say, this is what you need to do. He didn't want to hear it. He didn't want to see. And now that 2.5-inch hexagon focuser that they have, I was down there in Arkansas at their showroom, and I was looking at it, and it's still a piece of crap, just junk compared to that GSO. Yeah,
Boy, is
my mom.
that bubbling all over the place. Zoom in there.
You ever see anything weird when you're doing the moon, like fly across, and you wonder what the heck that was?
No,
Not yet.
no. But I don't look at the moon very often.
Oh,
Although I've been looking at the moon for what, 50 years, so you'd think I'd see
yeah,
some.
but
No, usually it's a plane or something or a satellite. Boy, is that bubbling. Yeah, when it gets dark enough, I'll go over to the comet. Let me go see where it's at right now.
I got an idea. Make a copy of your profile and send it to me. I wonder if there's a way to do that. I lost all my profiles
For what?
for SkyX, and now it looks like a funnel on the screen. It's hideous. All my lines are gone, my meridian, and my equator. It's just goofy. Did you did you advance the clock so you could see where it was at?
No, I'm on current time.
Gosh, I'm on current time. All I see is blue sky. I don't know.
Well, that's because you have that turned on. I don't.
It's just
It's at 50,
I love
50 degrees azimuth, 54 degrees up, so it's already accessible as soon as it gets dark enough. Yep. Up here in the northeast. So when we get a chance, when it gets dark enough, we'll go after it. That's gonna be a little bit of time yet. It's like 8.5 magnitude, something like that. And the other tool I have's got, let's see here, comet GC, T2 and an N2. I got, well, this says it's at 10th magnitude right now, but oh, they haven't updated this. Still on December. They haven't updated for January yet. And N2 is about 11th, 11.5. It's in Andromeda. McNaught is 13th. Schwarzman Walkman is 12.7. Africano is 13.7, not visible from here anymore. So T2 is pretty easy to photograph. I can get that pretty quickly. What I can do is let me update the comet data here. Tools. Let's see here. Input small solar system bodies. Comets. Update observable. Now let's close that. Let's center this up again. Ooh, wait a minute. Wrong one. There we go. Center that up. Yeah, there we go. It's right there.
So you all done with your salmon?
Yep. I think I'll connect to the scope with this guy. Let that hook up. I haven't brought up my SG Pro yet. I've just been running the ASI from the moon. ASI cam or whatever it's called. Tracking is not off. Actually, it's moving in deck too. I haven't checked my polar alignment in quite a while. Maybe I should be doing that. I ain't gonna do that tonight. It's too cold.
Well, you could just, couldn't you almost just like go to PhD and just tell it to lock onto a pixel and do?
Yeah, but once I know it's off, I have to go out and adjust the mount.
Yeah, but wouldn't it be nice to know that it was
I, I,
good?
I,
Or
I can do that with QH with my um, what are they? With the polar alignment scope I've got. I mean, camera I've got. Actually, I don't have it uncapped, but that's okay. I'm not worried about it. I've been taking images, so it's fine. And you know what? The one thing I haven't noticed: no field rotation on my images
that's good.
over 4 hours. So, not worried about it. Let's go up here and look at this side of the moon here for a little while.
I'll be back in a minute. I gotta go check on my mom.
Good. I did turn the dew heaters off, so I want to take the heat away from the optical path to see if they would improve this seeing at all, and really didn't change it. I'll have to go out and turn them back on soon. We just got crappy seeing here, which is typical. Not out of the ordinary, at least. For those on the YouTube channel, if it looks fuzzy, go down to the little gear at the bottom right hand side there. Click on it and select either 1080p or 1440p. It'll sharpen right up for you. Because it usually defaults to less than that. I'm broadcasting at 1440p. least the sky background's getting darker. We're about an hour, a little over an hour past sunset here. I think. Let me check when sunset was going to be here. Whoop, it's not what I wanted. I wanted this. This is what I wanted. And 5:12. Yeah. 6:30 is going to be totally dark. Yeah, we're still. Yeah, 5:12 was when sunset was for my location. Yeah. So we're not quite an hour past sunset yet here at my location. Let's see what this field of view is here. Yep, pretty dark. Let me go to HD, see what this does. That's Venus off on the right there. In case you guys were wondering what I'm looking at here, this is my wide field camera. Let's turn off the crosshair. Yeah, we'll turn that off. So we got Venus, the moon pretty much in the middle of this 10 millimeter lens, and then there's a, oh, look at that. I got something flying through real close. Venus there. Let's take a quick snapshot here. See what we got here. Let me see here. Exposure. Oh, that's 5.6. We're gonna go 10. So we're gonna go 15 seconds. And let's do a preview on that guy. Little overexposed. I have a feeling I'm getting close. Yep, I'm past meridian. I'm gonna have to do a meridian flip here pretty soon. Yep. We're about 12 minutes past meridian. Let me check my scope position here. Let's see here. Yep, just past meridian. All right. Move this back up to the other window. Okay, I think I'm going to go head towards the. We're not quite an hour past sunset here, but sunset about 5:12 in my time, and it's just after 6 now. So let me stop this. I'm going to close this guy. I'm going to open SG Pro. No, I don't want the update. They released a new SG Pro today. I'll download that during the day tomorrow. I'm going to mess with it tonight. It's funny, they've released about 4 or 5 copies here in the last month.
Yeah.
Well, I can download it, but I'm not going to install it. Let's go ahead and download it. And we'll close that. I'll install it later. I need to bring up file, open sequence. It's got to be that one. Yeah, there it is. Reset sequence, yes. How many do I want? Why is that 900? Huh. Okay, 60 seconds. I'm going to repeat that. Now I got to set the coordinates here. So here's how I do the comets, since they're they don't give you the coordinates in Telescopius for the comets. I just go to the comet in the sky, and I do a right click on the coordinates, and I say copy equatorial coordinates 2000. Then I go back to the Sequence Generator Pro, and I open this guy up, and I replace these coordinates. So I got the new coordinates in there now. And that's interesting. Where did my center on go? Say okay. They took that out. There. Oh, okay. They moved it. Slew to and then centering on location. Okay, let's go ahead and do that. So we're gonna run the sequence. Oh shoot, my mount went nuts on me here. Let's park it.
You hate that when that happens.
Yeah, it went and hit limit. I must not have been paying attention to which button I would pushed.
I reduced all my limits by 10 the other day. My my right limit was like 123. My left limit was 114. I'm like, you know what? I mean, I'm on a pier and I got a lot more space than if I was on a tripod, but it's that sometimes it got really close. Like it was, and I hate it because you'd want the telescope should slew, and then it doesn't. Then it bends over backwards trying to get to an object. So I thought I'm gonna change this.
Well, the first thing I need to do is connect everything. Actually, before I do that, I want to check some other stuff. 500, do I want to do that? No, I want to go, I don't want to do that. I'm going to go with a gain of 300 now. That's interesting.
Does this guy have a reset button? Or defaults?
It probably does. I just don't know.
This thing is so jacked up. I went and looked through my profiles and I looked at them and I clicked between them and I get no change at all. So I think my subscription is still good. I should go to Software Bisque and see if I still have a good license. Or is it diffraction now, or is it still Software Bisque?
I do not know. Let me apply the standard one there. I want to do that. All right, good. So let's focus there. Let's go. Good. I do not want the dither. Light solve. Okay. All right, now I'm going to connect. Connect all equipment. Yes. While that's doing that, in fact, I'm gonna change the limits on mine because I've got it pretty close, pretty tight. Let me set safety limits. Nope. Okay, I'm gonna make that 110. Okay. All right. Looks like we got everything connected. Yep, that connected up. I need to bring up focus lock. Hi, Ken. Just saw the text. I was kind of failed to open. Yeah, I know that. Okay, but it's actually open. Connect. All right, so that's open. That's connected. Close this. I want to take a look at the focus. that? I want to check the focus here. Yeah, it's off. All right. Close this. Close this. I know it's not working. It's because I'm parked. I need to unpark the scope here. There we go. And let's run sequence. What's it trying to set to? -5. We'll see if it actually goes there without frosting up. All right. Mount slewing. It's up pretty high. Oh, that was pretty interesting. Huh. Can hear the breeze.
You're not up. It doesn't stick that much up above the wall, though, does it?
No, it's not much at all. Well, the south wall, yeah, because that's a fold down. But the east west, the rest of the walls, no. It does the top. I'd say probably 4 to 6 inches above the wall when it's pointing at those at its highest point. It's probably about 6 inches above the wall, the top edge. But it's above the southern horizon though, almost entirely. So if the wind's coming out of the south southwest, it'll buffet it a little bit. But I'm sitting here looking at it, and the shroud is kind of fluttering just a little bit. The sound is worse than the wind it actually is, because it's just breezing across that mic on that camera out there.
Yeah.
If people want to know what I'm talking about, I'll bring the camera down here. Yeah, sorry, I can. Yeah, I've been on the moon for an hour, so I thought I'd go after Comet 217 T2. I did a little time lapse on it last 10 days ago or something like that, so thought I'd do another one tonight because it's slowly getting brighter. It's trying to plate solve. I suspect it's having trouble. And I'm not sure why. It didn't do a very good job at taking a snapshot. Let's abort this. Abort it. It says sequence error. Auto center validation frame all failed. User aborted. Boy, he's got all new messages. Isn't that special? Mm-mm-mm. All right, let me take a look and see what's going on here. Holy cow. All right, I'm all frosted up. That's what it looks like, at least. Let me take a 10-second shot here. Looks like I'm all frosted up. Boy, no wonder it didn't solve anything. I took my sensor down to -5 and it looks like it frosted itself up here. What? Actually, it looks like it's not tracking. What's going on here? Yeah, it's doing some bizarre things here. Park. It's moving.
Where's your observatory camera?
It's in.
Is that the one at the bottom?
Um,
Oh, did you told it to go park again?
yeah. It's not behaving right now.
Stupid bimbo.
I'm gonna put this.
Don't go out and buy a new Paramount.
No, my wallet won't let me do that.
You know, sometimes just shutting the stupid thing off and turning it back on fixes things.
Well, it's the first time I had it slowly trail to the west limit again. Don't understand why that happened. So let me do something here.
Maybe change the coordinates to not something moving, but something stationary.
No, that's not it. Yep, I'm gonna reboot it here. It's in the CWD, so I'm gonna reboot it. If it'll let me reboot it even. Disconnect. I need to disconnect this mount. Yep, it did. Yep. Well, look at all that stuff that's going on there.
Do you have the Gemini 2 on your pier?
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought so. I don't know. There's other options. So
Okay. So let's reconnect now. Okay. We are connected again. All right, let's open this guy up. Disconnect from here just to make sure. All right, we did a warm start. Let's restart this guy. Sequence reset. Okay. Let's see what it does here. There we go. Now we got stars. It's as opposed to streaks. Looks like the comet's up in the near the top there. That's okay. It'll center it up.
Good.
So sometimes it just does strange things. It's what you call a runaway. I think it had something to do with me trying to track while I was in the CWD time position. I wanted to check the focus on there. That's all I was doing, but it's okay. It's going to spend
There,
a little time.
there is there is a little bit of difference between the moon and stars, isn't there? As far as focus goes.
I have never noticed any. The only thing, there we go. The comet's right in the middle now. It just centered it up.
Good, great.
Yeah, the R way was off by 2,300 pixels, but it was still in the field of view. It centered it up right near that bright star. This should be pretty close. Yep. Resuming the auto guider. See what star it picks. First frame might not be very good because it's going to try to autofocus. Okay, just pick the star. I can even see the comet in the guider. I could guide on the comet, I suppose, but it's not moving a lot. Yeah, no, it's a little too soft. Yeah. All right, so the focuser should be engaged. It's going to try to center that up. Let's see what the control says. It's at 2112. So the SG Pro is waiting for focus lock to tell it it's in focus. Uh, and it is. It's in the yellow now, so it just started the first frame. I love automation. As long as it's working.
So, so if the Sky X disabled my my subscription, would that keep it from working?
No. The only thing the subscription does is
Gives you the updates and stuff.
allows you to get the updates. Yeah, because I got had the same message, and I said I'm not going to subscribe to it. It works fine as is.
St-
Because I can always, if it stops working, I can always reload Sky 6. It's not a big deal.
Yeah.
I've got both versions. I had Sky 4, 5, and 6, and now X. I only got X because it makes it convenient for updating the asteroid and comet list. You just hit a button and updates all the comets and all the asteroids. Whereas before I had to go find it, the file, download it, import it, etc. But
Half the time I can't get it to work when I've got other stuff running. Like if I've got PhD running and SharpCap,
well, it is a CPU hog.
and it always says, "Oh, the Sky X is or Gemini 2 is being used by another," and I can never figure that out. So I have trouble. And then something happened a couple of weeks ago, and I don't know if my battery died or all of a sudden it came back, and I could never connect Ethernet anymore, so I had to go to USB.
Hmm.
But I don't know. I get frustrated with it. I have to go out to the mountain to tell it to go to a new object. Just can't figure it out. But life goes on. I'll figure it out someday. you tell which way the comet's going? Is it going away from the star?
Yeah, I think it is.
It looks like it's gained a little distance.
Yeah, let me let's see here. Let's go backwards here. Don't know.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to tell.
I have a feeling some clouds are rolling in. Let me take a quick snapshot with my other camera here. 15 seconds. 3,200. Now we'll see 600. Let me check with my overhead camera, my wide field, because the sky's brightening up. So I think the haze is coming in and attacking my sky. Wah. Bring these over here. Yeah, there you go.
You can see it. Yeah. Well, I'm gonna have to go fix my mother some supper.
So I got the high Cirrus are coming in. I'm shooting right through it. That's pointing to the northeast.
That's a great picture. You should do a time lapse of the clouds going across.
Oh, yeah, I will. I just haven't set it up yet. Do I want to?
Now, what do you got out there? Your 300. Was it T3i?
Yeah, with that set at a zoom set at 10 millimeter.
Mm.
I'm gonna take a 30-second shot here. Yeah, that's my eye in the sky, if you will. If I'm starting to get
That's,
anomalous behavior on my main camera, I go and take a picture. It's okay. It's not quite at all sky, but it's a big chunk of sky.
yeah, you can see Orion. That's beautiful.
Actually,
Very.
that's Taurus there.
This the three. I thought I can see the belt.
No, that's Taurus.
Oh, okay.
That's the Taurus V pointing kind of down, pointing kind of down towards the 7 o'clock position. All right, so that's the sky I'm shooting through right now.
That's ugly.
Yep.
Well, I don't know if you're going to be broadcasting much longer.
No, I don't expect to be. That's why I got on the moon as soon as I could, and my daughter got me one of these little coffee cup heaters.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of nice. I got my little coffee over here. It keeps it nice and warm for hours.
Send it over here. Hey, Doug, Tom.
Hi,
Hey, George.
Hi, George.
Hey, Ahmed. No, yeah, I missed your moon. I wasn't, well, really in the mood for a time. And now your clouds. And yeah, that threw me in until you said northeast. And I said, oh, okay, that's got to be Pleiades and Taurus there.
Yeah, that's Taurus to the right, and then
No.
Pleiades above it, and then
Which
that.
comet is this?
I'm looking on T2. It's a comet Pan-STARRS. C 2017 T2. It's the same one I did a time lapse on last week ago.
Yeah, those clouds are whipping in. You're doing pretty. Is it a visible speck in your wide view, or is it?
No, it's about ninth magnitude.
Okay, it's buried in that fuzz.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, as deep as you are on the big image, is there enough? I don't know how far out it is, apparent motion wise, but I just wonder if it would even move in 10, 15 minutes relative to that star below it.
Yes, it was moving last week. It doesn't move a lot. I took about 2 hours, and it moved about probably 10% of this field of view in 2 hours.
Oh, geez, yeah. So we're not going to see much.
No, not until I make a time lapse.
How's my speaker echo? I got it turned way down.
No echo. You just sound like you're in a tunnel.
Oh, well, I've been playing with that. Let's say when you use a headset mic as a boom mic on a table. I know it's used to being like 1 or 2 inches, not a foot away.
Yeah.
External speaker, arm's length away on the other side. I can try the boost. Let's see.
No, you're fine. I can hear you fine.
Oh, okay. Because I worked with my mother. It says if I 10 decibels one way or the other
I can
gives it
I,
more of a.
I can hear you just fine. Looks like Tom.
Yeah, I expect it to be a little tinny at this distance.
Yeah.
Plus, I'm a little nasal. I you come in from the outside.
All right.
Oh,
So Tom just stepped away.
just warming up. Yeah, it's a little nippy here. So your upper peninsula. It's probably pretty crisp there too. Crisper.
I'm not in the Upper Peninsula.
Mm.
I'm south of Flint.
Yeah, so you're basically okay. If I'm 44 north, you're
I'm 42 and a half.
yeah. So you're actually you're just straight across. I always thought I was 43 and a half, but it's 43.8.9 rounded up to 44.
Yeah, I'm 42, and where is it here? 40. Well, it's under the location, I guess. Let's take a look here.
Yeah, what's your Polaris? Like that.
I'm at 42.
Oh, cool. Well, that's an easy one to remember. And on a CB radio, 42. If I stood on top of the Blue Water Bridge, I could see the top of your dome from here, from there. Sorry.
That's about 100 miles, 90 miles, 90 to 100 miles.
Yeah,
That's about
okay.
100 miles. So I don't think so.
You'd have to shine your green laser up and wiggle it around in the cloud. Oh yeah, there he is.
All right, we're gonna start a time lapse and see if these clouds go away. But meanwhile, the little fuzzies there in the middle of the other camera.
I was surprised. I'm surprised. I continue to be surprised for almost a year now, ever since, well, of all people, Jared went out, and it was worse skies than haze than you got there. And he was pulling out with his Canon, Mag 10, 12 stars. Like, how? You can't see any stars, well, except for Vega, maybe. I guess your tracking is holding every photon on a single pixel without
Yeah,
tracking.
you'd be surprised how much you can see through that haze with a scope. You'd be surprised.
Yeah.
All it really does is the background just brightens up.
That's true. And a little bit of contrast, you can fake it out. But if your tracking's perfect, it's just whatever can come through does come through. And if it keeps hitting the same pixel well, that helps. But if there's the slightest bit of drift, right? Like if it's 10 seconds and then it shifts to the next pixel, 10 seconds, your 30-second picture doesn't really look like a 30-second image, right? It's kind of it would look like a 10-second image, just slightly streaked. Okay, I'm gonna get sick of coffee. Hang on, how about I get a near beer? There you go. Well, 99.5% water. Be right back. Mute this.
Let me put let's see, show the big status. There we go. Now you can see what I'm working on here. So the other thing I did was I finally got a astrometric cut to work. So I'm gonna take this data or the data I got a week or so ago and see if it'll help me figure out positioning and stuff like that. I had the hardest time trying to figure out why it wouldn't even run right. And it was because one of the servers, the Cambridge server, isn't working. So I had to switch to the French server.
I didn't know you could do that.
Oh, there's like 8 servers that have all the star databases, so around the world. I could supposedly I can download the UCAC Forcer database and run it locally. I may do that yet, but especially if I go up north and I want to dink around with some of the astrometry stuff. I'll have to have a local on because I don't have internet up there.
Oh, great. Wow.
So that's Capella right there, that bright star right above the edge of the scope.
Oh, okay, down there.
Yeah.
With a plane going through, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah.
Unless you're being graced by an ISS pass.
I don't know.
Seems
No, I don't think so. That was going from south to north.
Yeah, it's just maybe too steep an angle for ISS.
Because this view is into the northeast.
Yeah. No, she does run into the northeast from the southwest.
Yeah.
Across the north, as you know.
Yeah, it would have come out of the upper right hand corner and headed down to the left hand corner. If it was coming out across that way. This one came out of the southeast and headed to the northeast. Actually, almost due north. So it could have been a satellite going across. But these clouds do not look very good.
I can still see you're burning Cassiopeia nicely through pretty well. Yeah, that's all of it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stars.
Mm-hmm.
Couldn't tell you which one is. Is it Saturn?
Oh, I'd have to look that up.
I get also mixed up because it's one of those that, as it circumpolar rotates, one end it's a Castor and Pollux in Gemini. To this day, which one's Castor, which one's Pollux? And he says, well, the left one is this, the right one's that. Well, that's okay when it's rising, like right now. But in about 6 hours, it rotates almost 180.
Right.
And it's like, wait,
You have to say east and west. That's the only way to do it.
that's true.
It's like the east and west Veil Nebula.
Oh, geez, yeah, that one will do it too.
The western veil has 52 Cygni. The eastern veil is the open loop with no furthest away from 52. But if you do use that as the, excuse me, oh man, you know what?
So your clouds are coming also from the northwest.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. They're coming in from the northwest or from the west northwest, which is
freaky here
what I expected them is to come in. Well, if you look at let me look at it here. When I looked at
you
this,
scoot down, and they're coming up. To me, they're hitting from the southwest, southwest, and we're actually warming up. That's creepy because we're like 29 degrees, warming up to I don't know 34 overnight, and then for a couple days. Well, tomorrow I guess. What's tomorrow? Thursday? I've lost track. Sorry, I've been in and out of hospitals.
yeah, it's tomorrow.
I'm just on a mess. NSN, working on NSN helps sometimes. It's just engaging is harder. I wish I would have caught you with the moon because that looked intriguing.
So so this is what's coming across.
Okay, wait, you lost it there. Okay, that blue stuff I presume is snow.
No, just heavy clouds. Just heavy clouds.
That's that radar that just shows cloud. It show cloud temperatures, which I think.
I think it is, yeah.
And like that, not really to a color challenged person. Well, I see the bluish, and Yeah, it could be purple or whatever. So a guy got lost at that frickin' hospital. They thought they'd do a good thing, and they have all these colored coded dots on the floor in the hallways. And if you have to go somewhere, it says just follow the yellow dot road, and then go to the green, yellow, green, pink, blah blah blah. That's where I get hooked. I can see the yellow. The other ones are kind of blue. The other ones are kind of like, is that pink or green? You know, help.
Now this stuff that's coming in, I saw it in the west when during twilight, and this is, it'll eventually get to me, and so I'm not surprised.
Well, it didn't seem to hurt the moon much. It gave it like it was almost like a haze contrast filter.
Yeah.
I can't believe how far its Terminator progressed. It was just, well, I know it's been a blur, but just a couple days, it was just like new moon, thin crescent, hanging around Venus. Yeah, far apart now.
There we go. Had to start it up again.
Forgot what happened to Tommy there. Yeah, you got a cool setup. I like technical aspects. And you like to chase cool. You like to chase stuff.
Yeah, transients. I like going after transients.
That's the word I was thinking of.
Yeah, that comet has moved. It's moving away from that star. It's going up.
It has ever so slightly shifted. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I would say up and maybe to the right.
Yeah, maybe.
Visually.
Yep. And a little bit of tail to the left.
Well, since you keep all your stuff and similar views, I just wondered, you know, it's like the cumulative images, right? Just sort of here they are, all mosaic together, and some astrometry to guide us.
Yeah, I was going to say the where is it here? Let me go back to my playlist. So the big.
That's Mag 9.
What's that?
That's Mag 9. The brightest star, two stars, are what? They wouldn't even be close to visual, right? They're like Mag 6, 7,
Uh,
8.
Probably that one down in the lower left is probably. Well, I can tell you. Let me go pull it up. Should be able to tell you at least. Let's center on this guy and scroll in. So if this is my field of view, those two stars, this one here is 8th magnitude, and this one here is 7.6. And
7, that's the one in the bottom left corner.
Yeah, and then this one here is 7.1. So those are the three brightest ones around it. And then the one it's right next to is 10.37.
Whoa, yeah.
So that one's 10.37. These are between 7 and 8. These two that are across from each other here. So, what I was going to do is, so this is that comet from December 21st. And it's about 2 hours of movement. The first chunk is 30-second exposure. The second chunk is 60-second exposures. So that's pretty short. But that's what I did on the 21st. Actually, that might have been the last clear night I had. So it's been.
Yeah, they've been a little few and far between up.
Yeah.
Just north of the 39th.
Let me take a look here.
Although I was surprised, the Northeast had some clear nights, and then there's a few days in Texas.
I got some data the morning of the 23rd. Yeah, that was NGC 2403. So the 23rd was the last clear the night of the 22nd, morning of the 23rd was the last clear night I had.
2403. That's not the Bard Spiral.
No, that is.
Oh, jeez. You know, that number just used to pound up commonly. Nice one. I see 2403. Where's it at? GC 24.
It's this one right here. This is 2403.
Oh, okay. That's your boy. M33 at an angle.
Yeah, yeah, kind of.
Honestly, I mean, shoot,
I'm almost done here. This sky is getting really bad.
I can't believe you're getting this. You know, well below Mag 10 stars, like 11s, 12s.
Oh yeah.
Like you can see it's starting to brighten that background.
Mm-hmm.
Oh God, I need a distraction. Hope my neighbor just got back. Let me have dinner. I'll text you back. Okay. Probably get my ass kicked in pool, but that's okay. I'm used to that. Playing chess with my son. Lost, I think, 4 in a row. You know,
My kids won't play chess with me.
you kick their butt.
Yeah, they stopped playing chess with me back in their teens, long ago. Says, Dad, this isn't fair. I go,
Let me guess. Are you? I have to. You know, as soon as somebody says that, it says you're a night master, right? You're the guy that can use those things to do them in as a rule. Are they your favorite pieces?
which?
The knights.
Yeah, actually, they're pretty useful.
Yeah. See, and I found that out about my son. I said, look, I will sacrifice almost great sacrifices to split up or get rid of his knights because value wise, yeah, I'm down, but strategically, it almost makes it an even plane after. And then I do something stupid, and what's the word he calls forked? Yeah, it sounds like the other version of forked, but I end up losing things like queens and things. And check, Dad. Oh yeah, and you got to move your king, and you're gonna lose your queen or something. Ah, crap! Yeah, I hate that.
Hmm.
That is the worst when you have to move your king and you have no choice, and then and you're moving it more, far enough, and whack, it takes your queen, like bishop, or oh God,
Yeah, those are called forced image complete. Boy, I tell you what, he's added a bunch of stuff. This notification center.
where up on the right there.
Yeah, I'm just watching it and looking at what it's telling me here.
Hey, that's
I've
like
never seen this before.
what's this in?
This is SG Pro.
Okay, because that's exactly almost like the well, Starry Night Pro, which I probably shouldn't have gotten. Because Delirium seems to work really well for 99% of you folks, and then God, there's so many things out there now. Jeez.
Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out what this is telling me.
That's a lot of things.
Yeah, it's a whole bunch here on frame 24. Starting integration. Distance was 7.5 pixels. Settling the auto guider. Okay. Image complete. View. Oh, that's because it. All right. Yeah. Well, I don't know. I don't know if it's even worth going. I'm still tracking it, but it's so dim. The sky has gotten almost as bright as the comet here, so I'm almost done here, I think.
What was the exposure on the wide view there?
30 seconds.
Oh, okay. Just looked like there's a darker patch that I can't tell whether that's
Yeah,
good darkness or bad darkness.
no, it's a slight clear right there. In fact, this last frame that came back off the 10-inch was the background darkened up a little bit. So we are looking through a kind of a hole, a less bright segment.
All I see is, yeah, Cassiopeia there. So if that's centered on that view too, that would put it not far from the Perseus double cluster, right?
Right.
Getting like bearings there.
Yep, little hole where I'm shooting now.
60 seconds.
Yes, comet's definitely moved. It's like watching grass grow
Okay.
or paint dry. Nothing spectacular, just acquiring data. This is the kind of stuff that I would just let run. I was having a little problem with my mount earlier. I'll be right back. I gotta go check on something.
Hey, Doug. What are you doing?
Oh, hey. Evening. Yeah, I just Facebooked you. Skyped you there. Sorry. I mixed up. Oh, I mean. How you doing, Hal?
Hey, yourself?
Yeah.
How's the missus doing?
Well, again, because I see her every 24 hours, and so like 3 data points or whatever. The hydration, like you said, definitely she looks more human
Mm-hmm.
and much warmer, except for the one hand. You know how they put these bands, tags, ID tags on around your wrist. Well, when she came in, she was like a shriveled stick, and so now it was actually starting to cut off flow to her hand, the IV hand, which was ice cold. So I had to sit there while they tried to repoke 3 times, and you know how that goes when you can't find a good vein. So, oh boy, and I hate that vicious circle. They can't really give her any good painkillers because her blood pressure is so low. It's a vicious circle. I don't know, but slowly I just that part, better, but just that nothing from any test, like any diagnosis yet. You know how that feels like, just waiting. So that's it. Guess you're gonna try an MRI tomorrow. I don't know how that how or why is that different than a CT scan?
I think it's got me.
Unless it's more of a 3D. I don't know, because what I'm saying, they got to do it, and then other things.
Yeah.
It's just so frustrating, for the blood work they've taken, and oh, it's like you can't get to anybody. I guess is you almost have to somehow catch the doctor in the morning, or he says that's not even a sure thing. So you can hose yourself up trying to get there in the morning, and then say, oh, not around, or he's busy, or I mean, I was there when she had a bit of urgency, and then because it is emergency, right? Then all of a sudden they called a code blue just around the corner, and well, everybody leaves. They drop what they're doing and off they go. You triage, priority. No, so Doug, he's great technically. Labeled the this is 2017 T2 Pan Stars. It's in his wide view you can see it's like just down below Cassiopeia, Perseus area, just below the double cluster, I guess. And we've seen it move up slightly, and he's shooting through those clouds, which is hazy, high cirrus. It's amazing, pulling this out. When you get back, Doug, I can ask you what your camera is because I can't read it anywhere on the thing or resolve it.
I'm sorry. What?
Oh, camera. Camera?
Which camera?
That camera that is shooting the comet.
That's the 071.
071
Pro.
and
Pro.
and the scope, which I presume is a refractor.
No, it's my 10-inch RC.
Oh, whoa!
It's a 10-inch f8 RC.
And you're doing this at f8 or
yeah? No, it's f8.
Cool.
Sorry, wasn't the description up there on the Night Sky Network?
Oh, it wasn't before, but it is now that you mention it. So, hey, don't mind me.
Well, I may have forgotten to press that set button again. I've had to refresh a couple times, so.
I don't even remember the second writing of Northern Cross, but it's Northern Cross. I looked up there. have seen that. No, it's been a while. Like, I mean, it was like, 4 or 5 years ago, 10 inch f8, f10 was quite in vogue, and now everybody's going like as wide as they can, as small as they can. And,
Well, that's because everybody wants those wide field nebulas.
yeah, I know,
Yeah.
and and with the cameras, like wow, like they're phenomenal images. I mean, like almost anybody that's doing that is just they're great. I mean,
No, I'm set up to do higher magnification, lower, galaxies, comets, and asteroids. That's what I set up. If I wanted to do wide field, I could get myself an 80 millimeter and piggyback it on the 10, put the other 071 on it, and use that. So I've got the cameras to do it. I just don't have the let's see, the widest field I got. Well, I got a 300 millimeter zoom I could stick on the Canon, I suppose. But
for these small transients, yeah.
yeah, I mean, you need a little bit of magnification to go after asteroids and comets. Oh, look at that background just brightened right up there. Yeah, shooting through the haze. I'll probably end up throwing this ladder stuff away because it's just not going to be worth it. I won't be able to. If there's any tail on that, it's lost in this haze right now. On these.
It is.
Yeah.
It's just that fuzz there. And it's a perfect figure 8 above your scope in the wide view there. Look at that. Little apparition.
Chemtrails.
Oh, please.
Yeah, never mind. We're not going to talk about this.
Yeah, I know.
We're not going to talk about the morons. I'm sorry.
What? You say Mormons? You're picking on the Mormons? No,
Oh, actually, I don't have a problem picking on them either. So but that's okay. No, the morons.
I was actually openly surprised. Some Hilton hotel in Salt Lake City, Utah, in a power outage, snuck into the bar by candlelight, was able to still serve drinks, although you had to pay $5 to get in. Long story. Apparently, it's private, like they call that a private club membership, and you can go, So, I guess I was drinking beer and shooting pool by candlelight, or those little break me sticks, those glow sticks, and I remember in the end I got my tab, and I guess that's when the power came back and everybody went to bed. And right at the very top, like never mind the Hilton, the name of the bar, blah blah blah. Above all that was the the Mormon Church State of Utah, and then everything below it. So like they own a lot of stuff. I just didn't think. I guess at the time I stereotypically thought Mormons didn't drink, or maybe they just don't mind selling it in bars. But I thought it was interesting. Okay. Ooh. Yeah. Those clouds are pummeling you.
Yeah. I had to switch over to a brighter guide star. The one I was on was starting to fade away into the background. Yeah, this is just academic at this point.
Well, that's still Pleiades up there on the very right. You can see Pleiades cluster in that little break, and I guess that's still Capella, just sort of hanging above it.
Yep. Well, since I'm tracking, it'll stay right there relative to the scope. Yeah, the Pleiades are in a little dark hole there.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. That makes sense. I said, geez, that hasn't moved. Pleiades hasn't moved. Aldebaran Aldebaran, sorry.
Of course they're not going to move.
Yeah, well, like we
I'm tracking on them.
but your comet has moved. You know, it's almost, yeah, it's heading for the midway point between those two stars. Yeah.
Yeah, it's moved quite it's moved.
I can't remember how long. Yeah.
Well, it's been we've been running 40 minutes.
40.
Yeah.
It just seemed like 20 or so.
Well, I've got it on a 2 hour acquisition, and we got an hour and 20 minutes left, so it's been at least 40 minutes. Probably longer than that because the guiding has to settle between frames. So.
Jeez, you're pulling diffraction spikes out of that Mag 7 star.
Yeah.
Jeez.
I'm actually running tonight without my dew heaters on.
I bet your humidity is 90%, and you gotta be below zero. If not,
I'm running minus. The temperature outside is below zero. Yes. And my camera's at -5. I think I've got it. Yeah. But I doubt if I got any dew because it's going to be if anything, it'll be frost. But I turned the heaters off for the moon. I wanted to see if that would improve the seeing, and it still bubbled quite a bit. So what I should, I mean, if it was clear, I'd go out and turn them back on. But I mean, if I go out there again, it's going to be to close up. Because the reason I went after the comet is just to capture the comet, because I knew we were going to have this haze, and I wasn't going to be able to do any galaxies or anything in this crap. So I figure I'll just go after the comet for as long as I can.
Big difference from what was that? The 23rd, 21st. Those images you had of it.
Yeah.
Show how the.
Yeah, that was the 21st. Oh, that background just got dark. I got a hole where I'm shooting.
Let's see how much in sync your wide field is with this one. So it's just up there. Yeah, there, right there. Well, knowing you, it's pretty well absolutely dead center of.
It's not too far off of center. The 10 millimeter is pretty so wide that when I was on the moon was just above center of this 10 millimeter. It wasn't very far.
What do those clouds look like visually? Those high cirrus, because that's a 30-second blur.
Yeah.
And they're bringing, so they've got to be fairly wispy thin.
Yeah, if I go out there, I can see a little bit of haze around the moon. I can't. I'd have to stand out there for a while to see the cirrus against the sky. But in fact, why don't I do this? I am going to abort this. I think it'll finish this frame, and then I'm going to change the settings. That way the clouds won't be so blurry.
It used to surprise me when I first did, like, well, very wide field for, you know, when you try to catch like meteor showers and stuff. So you're doing not moon type exposures, but multi-second, single-digit seconds, and it looks like a clear sky, right? But holy smokes, that's when all these little guys light up and they're moving, and first instinct is, boy, those are aurora up here. No, that's a cloud. Oh boy. Yeah, Hal. So Marty might be coming over later. I'll try try to remember to give him your regards.
Sure.
Best regards, yes.
So
What?
a little more.
I forgot last.
It's because there's a little more definition in the clouds, and I've cut the time down to 15 seconds, but I've increased the ISO to 3200.
Okay. Hey, evening, Chris.
Ooh.
Hi, Chris.
How's Atlantis, guys?
I'm shooting through clouds, Chris. Just can't help myself. It's been cloudy for over a week. It was clear when I started, but it's not clear now. Look at that background, guys. It's
That's the worst one.
yeah, yeah. That's yep. Anyhow, this I'm gonna halt the acquisition because it's just not going to be worth anything. But we'll stay open for a little while and see what happens. I'll keep my wide field going. We'll just watch the sky. But I don't. It's supposed to be marginal for about the next 4 hours. So let me pause this. Abort that guy. Oh wait, cancel. Let me wait a minute here. We might have a piece of sky coming. Yeah, not really. If I lose the guide star, we're definitely stopping the acquisition. Yeah, the sky is actually brighter than the comet now. I can't even see the core of the comet. Barely see it. And I've lost my guide star. Okay, it just went into recovery mode because I lost my guide star. So if this was running while I was sleeping, it would just sit here and try every so many minutes to recover. So if the sky actually cleared, it would. And after an hour and a half, it would park itself.
It's got a bead on that on the comet in the heavens above there. Yeah, this guy's like 200 million miles out, still incoming.
Mm-hmm.
Till May, first week of May for the sun, but I guess it'll come fairly close to the Earth on its way there at some point between now and May. Interesting. Yeah, it says Mag 10, but I'll take your Mag 9.2. Better.
So I was going to try the recovery now. Yeah. It's going to be kind of crappy for the next few hours. I should probably just call it a night. I'm going to check the weather one more time here. Yep, it's going to get worse until about 3 in the morning, then it'll clear again. Hi, Dean. See, this is what I'm dealing with right here. Stuff coming out of the northwest. And then it supposedly clears around 3 or 4. Even then, the seeing is poor. Below average. In fact, the seeing's been below average the whole night. You could see that when we were doing the moon. Yep, it started up acquiring again. Yep.
60-second sky hole.
Yep. Well, the only other thing I'd be doing right now is watching a football game, so.
Anybody good?
I don't even remember. Let me, let's see here. Tonight's game is Oregon and Wisconsin are playing right now. And Wisconsin leading 17-14 over Oregon in the third quarter. That's the Rose Bowl.
Oh, I forgot what day it was today. Jeez,
Yeah. Well, I think this is a waste of time at this point, so I'm going to shut down.
All right. Yeah, I got stuff to do myself.
If you're up for it, Hal, I'm gonna hit you on Skype here later.
Maybe later on.
Yeah, let me know if you're up there. Boy, this comet is so positioned between Capella and Cassiopeia, right there. Like, there's so many guides. If it was crystal clear, I would have tried it with the 15 by 70 binocs, but Mag 9, not a chance, Tabby. No. If it was a star, you might point it, but not a fuzzball.
Yeah, it's not. It's just we're going to be fighting junk. So I got to abort this other guy here.
And one heck of a plane, unless that's two of them.
I was slewing. See the picture now? It's in its home position.
Yes, sir.
So what was probably picked up is the two little LEDs on the observatory camera right there. So anyhow, I'm going to shut them off.
All right. Thanks for that. We will.
Yep. Take care, guys.
I'll see you later.
Catch you later.